Congrats.
Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to go ahead and move to our Busch Light Pole winning press conference with our pole sitter for tomorrow's Am Better Health 400 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, which is Michael McDowell, driver of the number 34 Front Row Motorsports Ford. Michael, this is your first pole. And you kind of traded spots with Joey Logano from last week. You guys have been the front row for the last 2 weeks, so a little bit of a coincidence there. But congratulations to you today for winning the pole. Tell us a little bit about that lap.
Yeah, it's. I don't think it's too much of a coincidence, and I say that just because with both qualifying sessions being a super speedway and super speedway package, we sort of knew coming from Daytona that we were going to have good speed because we showed good speed at Daytona. And so not a huge surprise, but really cool. I mean, it's awesome for everybody, the men and women at front row to, come here, sit on the pole, go to Daytona, sit on the front row. Big couple weeks showing a lot of speed. So really proud of everybody. Yes, it is for sure my first career pole in the Cup Series. I'm proud of that. But at the same time, it's more of a testament to the team. I mean, this qualifying session, you have to execute everything perfectly, but at the same time, having a fast race car is what it's all about. So really proud of my guys.
Well, congratulations. We'll go ahead and go to media for questions. We have a couple hands already raised. We'll go to Jonathan and then Jacob, then Jonathan. That's fine. Thank you, guys. Oh, go. Turn it on. Is it on?
There we go. Oh, no sound. Jacob Zillman, Race Face Digital. Is there a little bit of ribbing, maybe, that Joey nipped you last week and you get to nip him back this time around?
Yeah, no, that's fun. Obviously it was close last week. It was close again this week. And, I think that it's fun. It's fun to be able to, after qualifying, we were able to announce our partnership and alliance, obviously with Ford Performance and as well as Team Penske. So to have both cars on the front row again for the second time is pretty cool. And it's definitely a testament to, everybody at Ford Performance on this new dark horse. I mean, it's obviously got a tremendous amount of speed. We got to show that in the race for a little while last week, but didn't get to finish it at the end, right? But feel like this race tomorrow will be a little bit different than the Daytona race. I think you'll have more control from the front and hopefully a little less chaotic at times, but, it's still going to be a really tough race. But it's all about getting to the finish. Qualifying well is fun. And it's fun today, but it doesn't count too much for tomorrow. You got to go out there and make it count. So, and for us, more than anything, we need to score some points. Obviously having the issues that we had at Daytona put us behind. So we need to go out there and try to win the race. And if we can't win the race, score a lot of points and not fall too far behind early in the season because it's hard to make it up.
You've been with Bob a long time now. Is this the trajectory that you guys have always talked about eventually being able to get to with this team?
Well, you always hope, and you always are striving for that. I think until it started to look more like a reality a few years ago that it was possible, that it got everybody re-motivated to, for Bob more than anything, just to continue to invest and continue to help us grow the race team and the program. And, for a while there, you were in that spot where, with the old car, I don't think you could ever catch up. Even if you dumped a bunch of money into it, the big teams were developing at such a fast rate that even if you made gains, you still weren't really closing the gap. And so, I feel like this next-gen car allowed us to close that gap, and that's also allowed Bob and the team and everybody, the partners, to see that we can do this. We just need a little bit more tools, a little bit more resources to keep it up. So it was kind of a combination of things, but this is what I've always dreamed of. I can't speak for Bob. I think Bob's, thrilled with the performance that we've had, and he's obviously spent a tremendous amount of money in this sport with the hopes to one day be here. And so, yeah, we still have a lot of work to do, and we still have a long way to go. And I try not to let the highs be too highs and the lows be too lows, because this sport will eat you up and spit you out in a matter of weeks, right? So we'll enjoy the moment today, but get prepared for tomorrow and try to execute everything as best we can.
All right, we're going to go Bob and then Lee. Oh, did you have another question?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Jonathan Field, the racing experts, the Sunday's going to be start number 467 in the Cup Series for you. I mean, just being That's a lot, yeah. Being able to earn your first pole, I mean, just where everything is, just kind of talk about that.
Yeah, I think, the first 8 years of my career were rough, right? So I'm enjoying it now, having fast race cars and a great team behind me and being able to have results like this, top 5s, top 10s, winning Indy last year. So it's been fun. The last few years have been great. It's been very rewarding. But at the same time, it's motivating too, right? Because I'm not getting any younger, and I don't want to say I'm running out of time because I still have a lot of time. But 10 years were, I don't want to say wasted because they were obviously served their purpose, but I have a lot of catching up to do. And now's the time to start catching up on all those areas where I couldn't early on in my career. So, just motivating to make the most of the opportunity we have in front of us because, like, right now, today, we have fast cars. And that's not a guarantee 6 months from now. And that's not a guarantee 12 months from now. And so I know that because I've lived the other side for a long time, right? So it's making the most of the opportunity that we have right in front of us right now because right now we're in the game and have something for them.
All right, now Bob, and then Lee.
Bob Pockris, Fox Sports. Is this a sign of the effectiveness of the front row Penske relationship, or is it too early really to say this is? Or I guess, is this a product of that relationship, or have you not even really started that relationship to say this is a product of it?
Yes, everything you said, I would agree with. We aren't there yet with how young and early this relationship is, to where we're able to click on every piece of information that's going back and forth and builds and all those things. So I think we definitely have gained some very helpful things that have allowed us to increase the performance, but I don't think we'll see the true results of what that looks like until we get a few more months down the road. I mean, right now we're just literally trying to figure out the internet and tooling. So I don't want to paint this picture that these last 2 weeks have been just because of this potential alliance. It's really the hard work of everybody at Front Row. I think it's definitely helped. But I know for sure going forward and going into the future for years to come that this is going to be a really important part of Ford performance and our team as well as Team Penske.
All right,
Hey, Spencer Catch Fence. I talked to young Master Gilliland just a few minutes ago, and he thought he could already see changes. I was going to ask Bob's question, but he was already starting to see things filter in, and
Yeah.
he feels like he's already benefiting from it. Do you feel, though, like you're already getting something from it?
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to paint a bad picture. We are definitely getting stuff from it, but we've had to change a lot of our procedures and a lot of our processes, which has slowed down a lot of things for us at the shop, just like anything new, right? It's like moving into a new house, right? It's like, yes, it's nice and it's clean and it's awesome and it's going to be great. But right now I have 56 boxes sitting in the living room and I don't know where my underwear are. That's a little bit what we're faced with right now. It's going to be good and it's going to get better. But such a late start has made it to where we are drinking from a fire hose and trying to maximize what we can, especially these first 5 weeks, and then hopefully be up to speed with everything and procedures and processes to maximize it.
With the gains that you have made over the last couple of years, though, do you feel that this might be the missing piece that you've really needed at Front Row to take you? I mean, you've won races, right? I mean, it was almost, hard to say if that was going to happen prior to that, but I mean, everything just seems to be a step forward for this organization,
For
and
sure.
you're benefiting from it.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I think that, being our strength in relationship with Ford Performance and being I don't even know what the technical word is, Tier 1, A program, whatever you want to call it, is definitely a big part of this relationship going forward. And that information is definitely helpful for us to continue to, be at a top level like we think we will be. And so, yes, it's going to be good for us. And we are seeing some of the results of that. And I believe that this is what we needed to do, not only to be a championship contender, but to win more than a race, right? I've been talking about it for a little while. Like, you're not going to you're not going to sustain a race team and a career off of onesies every now and then. We're going to have to win multiple races in a season to really compete and contend, and this is what needed to happen for us to be able to do that.
All right, Michael, congratulations
Yes,
again.
thank you.
We wish you
Appreciate
the
it.
best of luck tomorrow. From a media bullpen perspective, Kyle Larson is here. Chris Buescher is here as well.